Right, I'm going to create a storyline. I'm going to do a presentation. And I'm going to say, first of all, this is the overall picture from 1995 to 2016. Then I'm going to look at 2000 to 2009. And I'm going to just show the top two regions so I can focus on them. Then I'm going to talk about 2006 and then 2009. The problem with all of this is that in a presentation, you could sort of say, okay, I'm going to change this to 2000, I'm going to change this to 2009, but then changing this so that it's the top two and then clicking on it, it's not really a very presentable way of doing things. What you can do instead is set up your display exactly how you want and then create a bookmark. Bookmarks allow you to save which page you're on, any photos, slices, including what the values are, sorts, drills, locations, whether things are being shown, the visibility, and the focus or spotlight of any particular visible object. So let's start off at the beginning. I want this to be my first bookmark, so I'm going to go to View and Bookmark Panes. So I want to add my current state of what I'm seeing as my first bookmark. So I'll click Add, and I'm going to rename that Overall. Next, I'm going to change this so that it is the year 2000 to the year 2009, make it the 31st of December. And I'm going to change this so that it is filtering on the top two. So I'll go into the visual photos and say that the region name, the top two values according to the sales volume. Apply filter. So this is going to be my next. So I'm going to say 2000 to 2009 with top two. And then I'm going to look at 2004. So this is a highlighter. So I'm going to click this and say rename 2004. And then I'm going to compare and contrast that with 2009 or 2006 has got West Yorkshire as one of the top two. 2008 has got West Midlands. So I want something with West Midlands, so I'll use 2008. So I will add this as a view. So now to get in between these views, all I have to do is click on a bookmark. And it instantly takes me to where I was at the time of creating the bookmark. Now, maybe my bookmarks, I don't want it to affect absolutely everything. So I can click on the ... and say, what are you going to affect? Are you going to affect data properties like photos and slices and sort states? Are you going to affect display properties, such as the spotlighting and any visibility of objects? And which page is visible? And also, is it all visuals or is it just selected visuals? Now, let's say I also wanted to not show the slicer or the instructions once I get past overall. So I'll get into bookmarks. So now I'm going to select the selection pane. And here I'm going to say, okay, these instructions, I want to hide this visual. So just click on each one if you're not sure where things are. So here's the shape, here's the footer. I'll keep the footer. So I'm going to therefore say that this is going to be my new 2000 to 2009. So I'm going to update this bookmark. So now here's my overall with all of this shown, and then here's my bookmark, and you see the objects that I've asked to not be shown. They've got a little icon next. When that is shown, then those particular shapes are not going to be shown, displayed. So footer by dates is displayed, but here they're not going to be displayed. And finally, these pre-bookmarks, these are yearly views. So I'm going to select them all. I'm holding down Control and clicking each one, click the dot, and I'm going to group them together. So this group is going to be yearly views. And with this, I can have a lot of bookmarks that are hidden away by just clicking on this arrow. So if I need them, they're there. If I don't, I can just hide them away. So hopefully this shows the power of bookmarks, especially when used in conjunction with the selection pane. So you can go to a particular layout, particular footer, particular objects being shown, and then very swiftly move to another one and make your presentation a lot easier to do. At the selection pane. So we've previously seen that you can show or hide visualizations, but what else can you do with it? Well, there are two tabs at the top, Layer Order and Tab Order. So Tab Order, if I click on a visualization, I can then use the tab to go from one to another. Now it will skip any visualizations which are currently hidden. If I want to change the order, suppose I wanted this year to go further up, I'll just drag it. Now you don't have to do this resorting yourself. There is this icon, and that will resort them in order of visual order. So in other words, top to bottom, left to right, or right to left. So if I click that, then you can see that it now goes in a visual order. We can also move them up and down by using the arrow keys as well. Now if I go into layer order, this will show which visualizations on top of which others. So if I show the instructions and I put them on top of this footer by dates, then you can see that at the moment instructions is on top because instructions is higher up in the layer order. However, if I drag it down, then now you can see footer by dates is on top because it's higher up. Again, you can also use the up and down arrow keys to move it as well. Now, another thing that you can do is group visualizations together. So let's group this visualization and then hold on to Control and click on the second visualization, this one. Again, we could do it over here as well. So click on the first, hold down Control, click on the last. Similarly, Shift allows you to go from the first to the last. If you use Control, then you are clicking not a range, but just two visualizations. If you use Shift, then you are clicking however many visualizations there are between the first one and the last one that you clicked. So however you selected your visualizations, you can now click on the dot and go to Group. So if I group these together, then whenever I click on one, I click on the entire group. So you can see they are shown as a group here. And if I wanted to rename the group, then I can do so by just double clicking onto it. So this is my new group. Now, there aren't that many properties that you can use with groups. But if I click on the group, you can see that there is a background color. Now, if I click on the background, click it on, and choose a background, you can see that it fills in all of the white space between the first and last visualizations. In other words, it's not just the same as applying a background to two individual visualizations, you're now doing it to an entire group, including all the white space in between. So I'll be very careful using this background, as you may be hiding some other visualizations. Now you can also ungroup, and that then removes the group. So this is how you can use the selection pane. So you can use it for layering purposes, so which visualizations go on top of which others. You can group visualizations together, and you can say what order they will be in when you click Tab between the visualization.